What's up, my workforce? This is Ryan from WooberGameplays. In today's video, we are playing some more Doki Doki Literature Club. This game keeps messing up on my files. It keeps corrupting, but I'm going to keep persevering. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? I want to try reading a little bit closer, a little bit slower, because I noticed I read too fast and some people talked about it. But if I'm going too slow and it's kind of bothersome, just tell me. I'll try fixing it. I'll try finding a happy medium. I might be talking a little fast right now, but I'm sorry. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me a water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well go walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Huh? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monika. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monika, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Ryan in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Ryan. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri. Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just feeling natural human emotions. People say something that contradicts what you want. It's going to irritate you. It just happens. No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monika to judge people like that. Ryan, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. Ain't that right, old me? See, no one's perfect. Like, everyone has their own little quirks and their own little problems. It's all about not manning up through it, but going through them and persevering and finding what makes you, you. Don't worry about not acting the same as other people, because you won't. Everyone's meant to be different. So, the way she's acting is understandable, but if someone would just have told her when she was younger that what she's doing is a good thing, that she's doing what is good for her, and that she's doing the right thing by making her own thoughts become a reality, she would understand that she wouldn't be so shy and so insecure. Nobody's perfect. We all have emotions and we can't always hide from them. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Don't friend zone her. She's already insecure and she likes you, so stop it. You don't have to say the friend thing. It's just, that's what I'm here for. That would have helped the situation. Friend, you say. See, that made her sad. It makes me sad because I know what it feels like. Yuri lifts her head. Ryan, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Ryan, do you like oolong tea? Is that oolong? I'm uncultured. It might be oolong. It probably is. Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try expressing myself a little bit more. See, that's what you call improvement. That's how you get better. Don't be afraid to share your emotions with people. It's not keeping it in and bottling it up will just lead to outbursts and making it bad for you and other people. But by telling people what's really wrong, they'll start to understand why you feel a certain way, and they might start thinking about you in a better way than if you were to start yelling and screaming. If someone asks you what's wrong, tell them what's wrong. Don't be afraid of what they think, because they asked. You answer how you truly feel and what is going on. And if they're a good person, they will try helping you feel better with what's going on. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Aw, she's opening up to us. Aw, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Ryan. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Ryan, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall, rather than bending over at my desk. Wink wink. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. I can't say that word that's in the almost exact middle. Regular. See, I can't. So don't judge me. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? She was about to say something that we don't want to hear, and I think I know what it's alluding to, so I'll shut my mouth. Always hunch over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. You covered it up for her. Don't do that. Let her talk, speak her mind. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of smaller chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Sayori always trying to mess things up. I brought this along to school for this one particular reason. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. That's totally why you took it. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. I see what you're trying to do here. I don't trust it, but I kinda think I do. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my tea hand. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only assume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. My ear's a little itchy. Oh no. Silence. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put a teacup between my legs and fumbled with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay, but I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have to... She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting up. I can't say practically either. But as a result, her left arm is blank, resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Ryan. So sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Ryan, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. You can't do that. You can't just not bring it up. It just makes it more awkward. Well, guys, to make sure I can edit this video and everything and get it up by later tonight, I think I'm going to end this episode here. So, have a real good rest of your day. Now get back to your Ruby work. And scene.